Tune in to the Metaverse with YGG TV. Acquisitions and Strategies with Jefff Holmberg. Guild Advancement Program with Mark Tan. YGG Roadtrip with Regina. On the Radar with LastDragon. And Game Spotlight featuring Thetan Arena. Streaming via Twitch, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Hosted by Sedano from Media and Community Marketing. Hashtag WeAreYGG. Tune in to the Metaverse with YGG TV. Acquisitions and Strategies with Jefff Holmberg. Guild Advancement Program with Mark Tan. YGG Roadtrip with Regina. On the Radar with LastDragon. And Game Spotlight featuring Thetan Arena. Streaming via Twitch, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Hosted by Sedano from Media and Community Marketing. Hashtag WeAreYGG. Tune in to the Metaverse with YGG TV. Acquisitions and Strategies with Jefff Holmberg. Guild Advancement Program with Mark Tan. YGG Roadtrip with Regina. On the Radar with LastDragon. And Game Spotlight featuring Thetan Arena. Streaming via Twitch, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Hosted by Sedano from Media and Community Marketing. Hashtag WeAreYGG. Tune in to the Metaverse with YGG TV. Acquisitions and Strategies with Jefff Holmberg. Guild Advancement Program with Mark Tan. YGG Roadtrip with Regina. On the Radar with LastDragon.
Hey guys, John Sedano here, and welcome to the very first episode of YGG TV, where we will be giving you the latest updates of what's happening in the guild and in the Metaverse. Let's go. First off is Other Side. So, we've recently had a glimpse of the Metaverse game made by Yuga Labs, the same company behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. They opened their doors to other Deed NFT owners and gave them a taste of their world. Over 4,000 Voyagers joined forces in the same instance, with claims of zero lag, being the biggest and the most impressive Metaverse experience to date. And this is all thanks to a Metaverse tech company called Improbable, currently developing a network of interoperable Web3 metaverses promising to deliver us the future of gaming. With their most recent funding led by A16Z and SoftBank's second investment vehicle, Vision Fund 2, Web3 and blockchain games are just about to get more exciting. Hey guys, welcome. We are here right now in Baguio City in the Philippines for the very first YGG Philippines Roadshow. It's a whole day event featuring exhibits, talks, activities, and even an Axie Infinity tournament to wrap it all up. So, let's check it out.
Hi guys! Welcome sa YGG Roadtrip! So, andito kami ngayon sa first edition ng Roadtrip natin. So, meron tayo dito tournaments, meron mga booths. Maraming salamat din sa mga sponsors natin, si XLB, Blockchain Space, Miles Works, si YGG Alerts, and then there. Tara, doon tayo ng tournaments and then makiband tayo together with our YGG All-Stars. At dito na si Google Crypto nga pala. Ika pare, ano Google Crypto #1? So, tara guys, dito. At monthly gagawin natin itong road trip.
Yon, kita-kits.
See you guys!
Hello mga kasando, my name is Ygt TV at nandito tayo ngayon sa first stop ng YGG Roadtrip dito sa Baguio. Nasa SM Baguio kami and I'm very excited, very happy na makita yung mga participants sa tournaments and also yung mga booths natin punong-puno, pinipilahan. So sana makasama namin guys sa next road trip at kita-kita tayo doon.
Even if you're losing just one crucial bit, you can turn the tide of the game.
So we're here in Baguio City for the first YGG Roadshow. This is the first time we're doing a physical Axie Infinity tournament and we're very excited about it. We had 128 players attending and we've been engaging with the local community and seeing all the players show up has been awesome. Super excited about YGG Esports and competitive play, and we're looking to implement more tournaments like this in the future, even less of a casual format, more into competitive as well.
There we go. We have our champion guys, Kids, and GG's for both players, sportsmanship, and there we go.
So watch out for our next stop sa YGG Road Trip. So we're gonna do this every month. So see you guys and enjoy!
And to tell us more what went down behind the scenes for the very first YGG road trip, we've got Regina, our head of events for YGG Pilipinas.
Hey guys, my name is Regina and I am the events lead for YGG Pilipinas. The YGG Road Trip is a brainchild of YGG Pilipinas. It's a series of event activations that basically celebrates the NFT games that we love to play and to touch base with the communities that these games have built along the way. So basically, the goal is really to bring the YGG Pilipinas brand closer to our local communities and to strengthen and sustain the relationships with our local community leaders, their scholars and their managers, putting the fun back in function where, we want to remind everybody that, how good it feels to have, in-person live events at the same time. I think what's good with the Baguio event, just coming off from the perspective of the organizer, is that each and every one of our teammates internally are really, really excited for this event. We really, of course, we hoped for the best despite the challenges. There's internet, there's the possible congestion, crowding, all that supposedly wonderful stuff, apart from that it's still a pandemic. Hopefully we can replicate that high in every city that we visit. So what can you guys look forward to in the next stops? First is more exciting NFT games to discover and try out, and then that's on top of the tournaments and the wonderful prizes that await you. All of this at the end of the road trip, of course, is a bigger convention next year, and hopefully everybody who has supported us in the road trip will be there as well. For more info on our road trip, on our YGG road trip legs, please don't forget to follow and subscribe to our YGG Pilipinas socials. We have YGG Pilipinas YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And of course, our lovely Discord community as well. We'll see you in the next road trip leg.
As Season 1 of the Guild Advancement Program comes to a close, we will be awarding our guild members NFTs for accomplishing quests within the guild in the next few weeks. As simple as streaming, creating content, or helping out on Discord, our community members will be getting non-transferable NFTs minted on their metaverse resume to brag about for the years to come. So, we've got Mark Tan, who's been working on the Guild Advancement Program, or GAP, to tell us more.
Hello. My name is Mark Tan. I am helping YGG Community Products, and I'm here to explain GAP, the GAP project. So, what is it? So, GAP, or Advancement Program, is a way for us to reward guild members who make meaningful contributions to the community. So, it acts as a way to give you a personal record of your history and achievements and your contribution to the community. And we finished the GAP Season 1, and we've given at least 45 quests to many players in different guilds. And we are very excited to look at the results and start planning for the next season. And for the following Season 2, what we expect is we'll refine the list of quests that we're giving. We'll definitely adjust the criteria based on the outcome of GAP Season 1. And then hopefully we have more achievements and badges to give. So that all depends on the number of requests and submissions that we get in between the planning season. And then finally, how can you join GAP? So stay tuned for announcement on this one. So for GAP Season 1, we open the application for quest givers, and these givers set the criteria and the list of quests that can be given. Will most likely follow something similar, but again, we need to look at the results first and do some planning, because we want to make sure that GAP Season 2 is something that is better and exciting, and equally exciting for the community. How can you join the next season of GAP? There's a few things that you have to do. One is be an official guild badge holder, and in order to do this, you have to mint it directly from the site. So log into YGG and mint it from the site, and then that's also the place where we will be posting Season 2 updates. So that's it for GAP Season 1. We are looking forward to see you in GAP Season 2, and stay tuned for more updates.
And up next, we've got LastDragon from the Game Hunters to tell us more about the games that hit our radar this month.
What's up, everybody? It is LastDragon from YGG Game Hunters, and we are going to go over the recap of what we have covered this past month. So we started the month with The Harvest. The Harvest is probably one of our favorite up-and-coming games. It is a complete madhouse, first-person shooter, four teams of three that are all fighting over objectives on the map. It was absolutely incredible. We love their development team. We had Chang's there with us, and all of the Game Hunters had a great time, and we cannot wait until they have perpetual servers and we can play this all the time. There is no doubt that this is going to go into our normal rotation. The next thing that we did the week after was a huge tournament that we had been planning for a while with EV.io. If you are not looking at EV.io, you are seriously missing out. This is a first-person shooter that has so many different modes. And the thing that makes EV.io so good is that you can actually play and earn in EV.io. So you get a token called E, and they have told us for every 10,000 tokens that you get, you can get $5 of Sol or Solana, which is great, because what we're hearing also is that this is an actual sustainable model. The way that they're going to do this is through sponsorship. So they're going to have sponsors that come into the game itself that have different artwork that will be throughout the maps and the different maps that are coming. And that is how they will make the money that will eventually pay out the players. So we absolutely love that. That's a great model. It hasn't really been truly tried yet. Their team is incredible. It's really good for esports. We found that Xborg joined our tournament. A ton of their players came in, and we actually got to interview the winner as well. So it was great. He is an ex semi-pro Valorant player, and you should definitely check that out. Eevee.io. It was amazing. The next thing that we played was Spider Tanks. So Spider Tanks was super fun. We had a great time. If you are not looking at Gala games right now, I know that the NFTs are expensive, but there are ways to get into Gala that are not that bad. And Spider Tanks, to me, always had very reasonable sub $100 to $100 level NFTs that you could play the game right now. They have been open, free to play for quite a while in their testing phase, and it is super smooth, crazy gameplay, three versus three tanks that are battling for different objectives, including a catch the chicken mode. Who doesn't like catching chickens? So let's talk about what's up and coming. This weekend, we're going to play some Castle Crush. We're really excited about that. We have had Castle Crush on our radar for quite a while. We are constantly talking about up and coming games. We're really excited about the future of Web3 this year and specifically next year. We have developers that are coming on all the time. We're excited. We hope that you're excited too. Come and join us over on Game Hunters. You can find us every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. SGT on Mondays every week. We'd love to have you join us. Check us out on Twitch. We're on the YGG Twitch channel. We're on our Game Hunters Twitch channel. We're streaming everywhere. We're on YouTube as well. Check us out at youtube.com/GameHunters_official. This is LastDragon. It has been so much fun giving you guys this information. We will see you next time.
And for this month's Game Spotlight, we've got the one and only No ACLs reporting on Thetan Arena. Let's go.
All right, what's up, Yield Guild family? It is the YGG TV monthly recap, and it's your man, No ACLs, here representing for Thetan Arena and the community. We've got a lot of fun things to talk about today. Honestly, we're going to run through some of the updates over the last month from early June all the way to this point. And yeah, it's going to be cool. I got some videos here to share with you guys as well. To start, just make sure every week, if you're not already a part of the activity, come down, join the YGG Discord, and be a part of Thetan Arena Tuesdays. Make sure you get into the action, get involved. You know, we had our test rollout of scholarships recently. We had 10 lucky community members have a chance to try that out. And if you want to be involved in the future, you want to be getting active, come into these streams every week, playing and, you know, building together, creating teams, finding out, you know, who the best teams in the community are, right? So make sure you show up, and yeah, you know, you'll have priority when things are organized and we're ready to go. And aside from our Tuesday streams, we also have Kuya Sil alongside Ate Steffi, and they've got their esports boot camp, of course, every Thursday, 11 p.m. SGT. So make sure you get involved with that as well. If you are competitive and you guys think that, you know, you can climb the leaderboards and you've got a really powerful team, make sure you come out to those boot camps and make yourselves known. Aside from that, also get involved in the YGG Esports Tryouts. We had this take place last month for a few weeks, essentially. We had 2 teams come out every week and battle it out in the arena. We had a tournament format, essentially best of 7 series, where we did it just like the arena, competitive. We did some tower matches, we did superstars, we did deathmatch. It was a crazy event. There were teams from guilds all over the world. We had a Gameit Guild team from Africa. We had teams from South America. It was really intense. There were some serious strategies put on display. So yeah, if you want to be competitive, make sure you get ready for the second leg of the YGG Esports Tryouts. Stay tuned for updates on that. Another thing to mention, you all know, we've been waiting. When Binance? When Binance? We've been asking. Binance has consistently been spotlighting Thetan Arena, and Thetan Arena has been one of the most active projects on the chain week after week and month after month for at least the last 6 months. So things are rolling. Another thing that Thetan Arena has committed to, we've been seeing this consistently for the last 3 months. This is burn number 4. 10 million THC being burned this time. Thetan Arena has basically, made it clear to the community that they're going to be doing monthly burns, and they do have a focus on creating some sustainability and, working on the economy long term. So we'll see how things go, but yeah, keep it burning. So let's take a look at this clip. High trophy class heroes, forgotten treasure, high demand. More high trophy class heroes are sought after before and during events. Easy to trade and sell. The trading volume of high trophy class heroes skyrockets. Maybe. They're giving you some things to think about here, for sure. Strategizing the market based on this event, because you will need to trade and sell and join special events. So there's also chances there for winning, the RNG factor as well. They've also got a little clip here about the hero trading. I've loved these animated videos. They're great. I love the comics. We need more stuff like this. There's a little teaser. Trading the eligible items. Very similar to the mechanics of the Fusion event. More transactions, more prizes. There's different requirements, different quests essentially to complete. And if you can complete daily quests, possible chests unlocked there. But all in all, the last month has just been insane. Constant events, constant updates, constant engagement with the community. Stay in Arena, keep your eyes open. The next big thing that they've been teasing is Thetan Worlds. I'm waiting for that, where there's going to be new casual games introduced. Possibly some of these partnerships with other NFT projects we've seen. You never know, there could be future interoperability there and other games being introduced. So I love what I'm seeing. I can't wait for the next update. Thetan Arena, let's go. Let the games begin. YGG, appreciate you all. And see you for Thetan Arena Tuesday. And for Sil and Steffi's YGG Esports Bootcamp, make sure you show up. And go and register for the YGG Esports Tryouts, man. Don't miss out on that. There's still time for the second leg. But yeah, see ya. Peace.
Yield Guild Games has added a new set of fun play-to-earn games to its roster of partners. With each newly acquired in-game asset, more players are given the opportunity to earn real-world rewards from engaging gameplay. Ranging in genre from farming and battle simulation games like Mafia, Civitas, and Castle Crush, to move to earn with Walk-In. Competitive third-person shooters like Metalcore and Nyan Heroes, and of course, Tatsu Miko, an MMORPG playable on Discord. This new assortment of games will cater to the YGG community's wide spectrum of preferences as soon as they launch. And to talk more about our strategy on which games we decide to partner with, we've got YGG's head of acquisitions, Jefff Holmberg, to tell us more.
Sedano, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Jefff Holmberg. I am head of asset acquisition here at YGG. I am one of the main soldiers on the front lines of when we are looking for new gaming assets, new games to get some skin in the game with, no pun intended. But yeah, really excited here to be here with you, Sedano. We had some really awesome updates that happened through the course of June. which has been very exciting. I think, everyone out there has known that there's one particular game, that even I've been playing that I'm a little bit addicted to, called Fancy Birds. This was one of our latest partners that we did do in June. And I think the exciting thing about this is, especially when I jump in and play these games by myself, is I get the opportunity to really go through the whole UI UX process and essentially test this out. And I think, behind the scenes, I'm sure I'll drop like a lot of alpha here over time, is I was able to work with the Fancy Birds team to actually give some insights, input on design, UX for their rental model, their scholarship model, personally, which I think is arguably #1 in the entire space from what I've seen so far. The absolute fluid nature of being able to purchase birds, rent out your birds. Now they've actually upgraded to needing to feed your birds, which is a nice token sync, which I think will help the FNC token. It's just very fluid and exciting. And I think in particular, this game I've been playing, I've been addicted. Be careful if you pick up your mobile phone with Fancy Birds. You will get addicted and you will be unproductive. I'm sure Gabby is loving me saying this right now on this TV, but there we are with that. But, outside of Fancy Birds, we just had a whole ton of other titles. There is some that I did want to single out, in particular. I think one is Tatsumiku. It's absolutely a fascinating game. I think the interesting thing here is talking about UX. You see a pattern that I'm going to get to in a second here, is it's actually run through Discord. And, when I was talking with founder David Lim about this, obviously with Discord being a North American entity, I was really concerned about legal barriers, right? There's a lot of cloudy crypto regulations that specifically are happening, right now here in the States. And, we really want to go through it and say, having crypto elements involved in this game, is there a potential to get this shut down? Could it create some roadblocks for you? And I thought it was just so fascinating on the technology that they were using, where you can actually do the gameplay inside of Discord, right? And there's actually, of course, a website that you go that does have the crypto elements attached to it. And I think this type of mobile experience and accessibility, specifically, that can target even Web2 players for ease of access and experimenting, it's just going to be a massive thing going forward. I think a lot of people, when you look at YGG Porcos, you'll see that a good majority of them do have mobile access or are currently in the stage of having that mobile access. But when we first spoke to Tatsu, I call it Tatsu, we'll call it Tatsumiko, the full title. When I first spoke to them, I thought this was a really intriguing asset for a lot of players around the world. I think it's, there are some barriers in more general crypto elements, learning how to get a wallet, or maybe getting assigned a wallet, understanding how to use your wallet, how to even purchase an asset or deploy an asset. Of course, we have systems there with our scholars where we can set that up for people. But I think in this element, it's very important to also target Web2 players, which I'm going to kind of go off topic a little bit from the games for a second, because I do want to touch upon this today. Is where I feel games should be headed towards. And this is the kind of $1 million question that people have been asking me, is a lot of these Web3 games have been broken lately. There's been a lot of downfall, a lot of destruction even for some games that have really put pure economics first or DeFi yields first. What is the direction in really trying to paste together Web3 gaming so that it can scale at a great capacity, find that ultra growth that people want in their games, get more players. And, the $1 million question is, how do you bridge Web2 players into Web3 access? And, there's been a lot of discussions that we've had on this at NFT NYC, and I definitely want to touch upon this for, a few seconds or so. But, one thing is, being able to market to Web2 players. I think understanding the UX, and this is why I brought UX as kind of like the main topic here, in ease of access, in being able to be comfortable and just going in and playing the game and just trying the game. And there's been arguments to say, well, should we hide blockchain in the background? Should we, push blockchain right in the front end, in the foreground here? I'm kind of in the middle of that, right? I think, blockchain initiatives, NFTs, ownership, a lot of the perks that you hear being very redundant in a lot of speeches and a lot of people talking about Web3 gaming, they should be complementary to the actual gaming experience, right? And I think one word that, should be touched upon when we think about like the kind of bridge from Web 2 to Web 3 gaming is psychology, right? Not a lot of people talk about the psychology of Web 2 players, the psychology of Web 3 players. And real quickly, because I know we don't have a ton of time, but I want to break down, what I feel is the psychology of both. I think starting with Web 3, there has been a lot of conditioning for players to expect very high yields, very high earning rates. We've seen this with a lot of boom in, other guilds being formed, specifically in Q3 of Q4 of last year. And it's just been blossoming even more now than ever that have more of an ROI focus. So I think, outside of YGG, like we've seen guilds, we've seen players, we've seen Web3 marketing kind of go towards the more economic route, this DeFi initiative route, super high, degenerate yields that you can see that have been used as marketing campaigns in some entities. And what it has done is it's conditioned the Web3 player to expect this, right? The psychology of this is when I go into a game, I'm not really going to measure the entertainment value of the game. I'm going to measure it by how much money I'm earning. And I think, kind of reversing those steps is going to be a pretty important issue, for Q3 and going forward, especially in 2022. Now, I think like when you talk about the psychology of like Web 2 players, I can go over, flip on my PlayStation, flip on a console, turn on my PC, play a TCG. I can do everything very, very quickly, right? There's really not a lot of clunkiness. There's not too much education that I need to learn on the tech side. It's really kind of jumping in and just going to play those games, right? And so I think as, coming back to meeting in the middle here with some of the new portcos that we do have, specifically in the month of June, really check that box and helping out that player in ease of use from the UX scenario and coming in and saying, listen, I just want to play the game. I want to have fun first. I'm not going to be fully incentivized by just the monetary policies in the game, the yields in the game. I want to actually give this a go because it looks like something that's going to provide entertainment value to me. And then, the last point that I wanted to touch upon, entertainment value in general, right? Talking about Web3 gaming and a lot of the direction of where we're going for YGG games in the future is talking about switching those elements back and forth for entertainment value. I think, the Web2 players have been conditioned to think of spending money almost as a lost cause, right? I'm also a big Apex Legends player. A lot of people hear me say that in chats, and I spent a ton of money in Apex Legends for weapon skins, my player skins, right? Bloodhound main, and battle passes, of course. And I don't expect any type of monetary ROI on that, but I do it for a pure entertainment value, pure flex value from that. And it's become a habit, right? And I think that's a pretty powerful word that has been tossed around lately as well. And trying to understand, again, the psychology of Web2 players coming in here is forming these habits of growth, wanting to build your characters, wanting to accelerate in the games, and not expecting any of that economic value, right? So you see that there's, zero economic value in the Web2 games, right? At least from like an ROI ratio for live capital. And then Web3, there's just really, the seesaw is really kind of tilted down towards heavy economic initiatives. And I think if we balance that and really start focusing on entertainment first, fun first, while having complementary things such as, earnings, tokens, NFT skins, rewards, things of that nature is where I think it's going to be really attractive, where Web3 and Web2 really come together rather than being a little bit more oil and water right now in gaming.
Oil and water. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with you, Jeff. But then, I am very excited about all the upcoming games that will be released this year. So there is a lot in store for us. But yeah, guys, that's it for our first episode of YGG TV. But before we go, I would like to invite everyone to make sure and support, like, subscribe, share, and follow all the YGG pages for more content like this. And to wrap things up, we have the 4th episode of the YGG Scholar Stories featuring a scholar from Davao City named Sam. And once again, my name is John Sedano. Wishing everyone to stay safe, hang in there, and I'll be seeing you in the metaverse. Bye-bye.
Kaka-start pa lang ng pandemic. Tatrabaho ako sa isang kumpanya which is home-based. So, andito lang talaga ako sa bahay most of the time. Sakto, binawasan yung sahod namin sa work. Hindi na siya kasya para sa mga bills ko. And then, Axie came and scholar ako. I thought at first, hindi sakto yung kikitain ko. Akala ko parang extra income ko lang siya. Tapos, biglang nag-hype yung Axie. Ako si Asam and my friends call me Sam. And dito ako nakatira sa Baldwin Isla, sa Davao City. And kaka-26 ko lang nung March 20. So sabi ko, sakto. Pwede na akong magtrabaho dito actually. Sinulit ko yung oras habang nagtatrabaho ako, habang scholar ako. At nag-ipon ako. Nag-ipon talaga ako. Napag-isipan ko na Axie is not just a game for me. It's actually a blessing and an opportunity for everyone. Nauso na nun yung parang referral. Sabi ng manager ko, you can refer 2 or 3. So yun, nag-refer ako ng mga kakilala ko, mga kababata ko dati, na deprived ng mga opportunity. Lumaki ako, pintaday ko. Pinatay siya, 7 years old pa lang ako. Tapos yung nanay ko is nalulong. Since that day, iniwan ako sa tita ko. Umalis ako sa bahay ng tita ko at the age of 9. Kasi gusto kong hanapin yung nanay ko. Iniisip ko nung dati na okay lang kahit ganun yung nanay ko. Importante kasama ko sila. And nakita ko naman siya doon sa lugar kung saan ako lumaki. Pero yung hinahanap ko, magkaiba siya sa nakita ko. Napariwara din ako. Lumaki akong rugby boy. Ganun yung routine ko dati. Sa shoplift, tambay, tapos nandidilihensya sa mga dayo na dumadaan sa lugar namin. First namin talaga nakita yung Axie sa post ni Shanks. Kasi si Shanks, kasamaan ko dati sa trabaho. That time kasi may sideline yung partner ko. Bali siya talaga yung unang naglaro ng Axie. Yung first talaga na naging coach ko sa Axie is yung partner ko. Funny story, nagkakilala kami dahil sa pagiging tambay. Nag-abot kami sa isang lugar, nagkageta lang kami, naging friends, and then yung hanggang sa magka-developan. She's the reason why I stopped all of my vices then. Kumbaga siya yung dahilan kung ba't ako namulat or nangarap ulit after sa pinagdaanan ko. Mas lalo ko napagtanto na kung gusto kong makakita ng change sa future ko, dapat ako yung maging change ngayon. Ako, isa akong big fan sa kasabihan na everything happens for a reason. Kahit marami ako mga bad decision dati, I believe that those decisions led me to where I am right now. It molds me to become the person kung sino ako ngayon. And I believe intended yun na mangyari sa akin. Hindi palagi nasa taas. Minsan kailangan din natin nasa baba para ma-appreciate natin kung tataas naman siya ulit. Para hindi natin tinatake for granted yung mga opportunity and chances natin pag nasa taas na tayo. Siguro the greatest lesson na bit-bit ko hanggang ngayon is patuloy lang. We are all destined for success. Pero ang problema, kung tatagal ba tayo? Kasi sa mundong ito, para sa akin, matira matibay.
Tune in to the metaverse with YGG TV. Acquisitions and strategies with Jefff Holmberg. Guild Advancement Program with Mark Tan. YGG Roadtrip with Regina, On the Radar with LastDragon, and Game Spotlight featuring Thetan Arena. Streaming via Twitch, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Hosted by Sedano from Media and Community Marketing. Hashtag WeAreYGG. Tune in to the Metaverse with YGG TV. Acquisitions and Strategies with Jefff Holmberg. Guild Advancement Program with Mark Tan. YGG Roadtrip with Regina. On the Radar with LastDragon, and Game Spotlight featuring Thetan Arena. Streaming via Twitch, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Hosted by Sedano from Media and Community Marketing. Hashtag WeAreYGG. Tune in to